Hey everybody, this is TastyFools, and I'm going to be bringing you a introduction to Neverwinter and what you can expect when you create a character. So let's get into it. Neverwinter is a game based on Diablo, and because of that, we have a lot of the quintessential races and classes that would be in a D&D, tabletop game. So first we have the half-orc. As you can see, the half-orcs, they're beefy. They get addition to critical hits. They get +2 to dexterity, constitution, or strength. And they get a 10% bonus run speed. So if you want to make maybe a trickster rogue or like a great weapon fighter, he would be a great choice. Humans are usually a versatile race, and they can pretty much play any single class, and they get a +2 to whichever ability score you choose. Dwarfs, they usually go for like clerics and stuff like that. They get increased resistances, +2 to constitution, strength, or wisdom, and they get a increased damage resistance to damage over time. So yeah, devout clerics, maybe some defending, defender class stuff going on right there. Next we have the elf. They're going to be mostly for, maybe some rogues, maybe a ranger. The ranger class isn't put in the game just yet, but maybe the elf will be a great choice for that. Halflings, maybe you're going for more of a trickster rogue. You get +2 to dexterity and charisma, so those are great for trickster rogues. Also, they're very nimble. They get an ability that grants them 3% chance to deflect incoming attacks, so that's pretty good too. If you're in the front line, someone's pew-pewing you from farther away, you can reduce that damage. Half elves are always that intermediate kind of thing. They're just good at everything, and that's why they have knack for success, which just increases deflect, critical severity, and gold fine, just stuff to help all around. They get extra constitution, charisma, or wisdom, so they might work in that that cleric or that defender kind of role. And also they have a +2 to a non-class ability, +1 to a non-class ability. Last we have the tiefling. The tiefling, you're going to maybe be making control wizards with. They're also very good at, maybe rogues as well. And there is right over here, there is a race that you just cannot pick. So maybe that's a drow or something like that will come. So for making a character, let's just make, a male, and we'll make him, why not, we'll just make him human. Let's get weird with it. Let's make him a tiefling. So your tiefling, so the classes you have, trickster rogue, if you want to do a lot of single target DPS, you're going to want to go with the trickster rogue. We have devoted clerics. They stay in the back, kind of buffing and healing. They're also very good at doing damage, so you can go damage cleric, or you can go like a healing cleric. Then we have control wizards. They can either go straight DPS, or you can try and control and manipulate enemies on the battlefield. A great weapon fighter will he's going to be tanky, and he's going to be able to deal consistent damage. And the guardian fighter is going to be able to just defend his allies and take a lot of hits. The coming soon class is most likely a ranger or some kind of fighting class that maybe uses leather armor instead of the guardian or the great weapon fighter, which seems to be using plate and like heavy armor. So let's say if we're just building this guy, we're gonna make a trickster rogue. So then you get into the rolling, when you're gonna roll for your strengths and weaknesses and your stats. So there are about 20 or so predetermined outcomes, and you just have to deal with that. You're not really rolling for each individual stat, and it's not really by chance. They want to keep some balance to the game. So yeah, let's since we choose one ability, let's bring +2 to charisma. That's really not going to help a trickster rogue. Actually no, +2 to charisma will help, and the +2 to constitution will also help a lot, since constitution will be health, and health is always good, and charisma is our secondary, and dexterity is our primary stat. So let's just stick with this roll. We get 18 in dexterity, 15 in charisma, which is pretty high, 12 in constitution, which is decent, and 13 in strength, which is also decent. So then once we make our rogue, there's all these different customizable, these are kind of templates, you know, where you start. So let's pick this guy. He looks pretty cool. Oh no, he doesn't look that cool. This guy looks cool. So go to customize. You can change up the hair, change up the eye color, you know, all these different colors. Add facial hair. You can't add facial hair to tieflings or tieflings, however you want to say it. You can change their horns, you know, different scars on the face, change the complexion, make them look old or not, scars, face scaling. You can, you know, mess with certain, you know, like your head size. You can make your head bigger or smaller. Body shape, you can go for, you know, toned, fat, heavy, slim, that kind of thing. Let's go for, why not, let's go for slim, since we're going to be a rogue. And with body scaling, you can change the shoulder width, as you can see. And so after you do that, you know, you're going to press continue. You're going to choose your, down here in the bottom left, you're going to choose where you came from, your like backstory. It's very, I don't know if it really changes that much in the game. And then you have your different gods, which is pretty standard in the Dungeons and Dragons kind of game. So let's go for Timoria. She's the god of luck, and we need luck if we're a rogue. And you can also put where you are from. So let's just say we're from Baldur's Gate. This will give us, you know, we make our character name. Let's just call this guy Yo-Yo, because that's cool. You can write a little biography.